Early in the morning,
What's going on, people? It's your boy Cam, Topical Juice, and I'm back with my second video of the day and the first episode today of Topical Tea. And I'm going to be looking at rapper Lil M Dot, who has been jailed for 14 years, 10 years minimum before he's actually allowed out on license. So he's got to do a whole decade before he even gets a whiff of leaving. And this story is about him stabbing someone last year, March 14th last year, my birthday. He'd done it already, but he actually committed this crime on my birthday last year. Sorry, March 14th last year. And basically the victim has been on life support for a whole year. And this story's been picking up steam over the last couple months. And the reason why that is because people saw the condition in which the victim has been left in. And the story that had come out about the victim. A lot of people said that he was an innocent guy, he was a civilian. But as time's gone on, it's appearing that he wasn't, quote unquote, not involved. But that's what I want to talk about as well. Either way, I'll get into the whole thing in a second. Please like the video for me. Please help me grow the channel by pressing that subscribe button. Please press the bell to be notified. And yeah, man, road to 25,000. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna speak it into existence. You know, you're the only ones there. So anyway, let's go. Now, as I said a minute ago, I want to look at a few things in this video. The first thing I want to look at is the story of what happened. The second thing I want to look at is the person who got jailed. I want to look at M Dot. And at the end, I want to give my opinion on the victim and the victim's family. Because there's been some truths and untruths that have apparently been coming out here, and that's what I was hinting at a minute ago. Now, that doesn't take away from anything. Let me just say that right now. That doesn't take away from the fact that he has been left in hospital with stab wounds to the chest for a year. He is permanently got brain damage now, and we don't know if he's gonna make it. Do you understand? Even a year later, I don't care what you're involved in, gang or no gang, innocent or not innocent, no one deserves that. Do you understand? However, it does make a difference if he was involved. If he was a pure civilian and just a random stranger to M Dot, then it would have been worse. If he's known to M Dot and victim knows and they know each other and there's some beef going on here, that does change the context, especially as the family painted him out to be very, very innocent. Now again, it doesn't take away from the fact that he is in jail, in hospital badly, and I really want him to recover. But as I said, it changes the context, but we'll talk about it. So, the story. Lil M Dot, who left a man with brain damage after a knife attack, then rapped about it, has been jailed for 14 years. Lil M Dot, 18, stabbed 21-year-old Ahmed Torfi twice in the chest, piercing his heart outside after hours takeaway on New Cross Road, southeast London. Mr. Torfi was saved by the paramedics who had to do open heart surgery on the pavement but suffered permanent brain damage because his heart stopped from the attack. M Dot posted a video of him rapping about the attack on YouTube while he was on the run from the police. The gang member was weeks away from signing a deal with Universal Music when he ambushed Mr. Torfi, a member of the rival Monson gang. Lil M Dot claimed at the trial that he was attacked by Torfi but disarmed him and stabbed Torfi with his own knife. But a jury found him guilty last year of causing GBH but cleared him of an attempted murder. He will spend 10 years before being eligible on license. First things first, he stabbed someone outside this chicken and chip shop, whatever, this after hours spot. What did he do after that? What's the first thing kids do these days after they commit a crime? Oh yeah, he jumped straight online and he rapped about it. My brother, if you get access to a phone in jail, I beg you get YouTube so you can come across this video. You're so dumb. Bro, you're so dumb. Let me just quickly play this. If you missed that, I'm just gonna play that again, take in the lyrics. If you didn't know what he said, should have been dead but he pulled through fighting. Blue tape, it was done by me. I put A in the A and E because apparently the victim went by the name Ace on the roads. So he was a rival gang member from Monson. Now if you know about the streets or if you know about certain gangs in certain areas, this gang allegedly were the ones involved in the death of two of his friends. And this is what I want to lead on to. Our guilty party here, Lil M Dot, yeah, years ago, two of his friends died. Yeah, Shoki and M Dot, he's older. So two of his friends died when he was like 13 or something, right? So first things first, his friends had died, so you already know the streets ain't no fun. Not only that, I discovered this today as well.
So Errol witnessed the attack on Myron Yard in December 2016 and gave evidence for the prosecution at the 4 attackers' trial, in which they were all convicted of manslaughter. But he was stabbed in retaliation months later and had to be moved to a police safe house.
Shout out Gangster Times for that one. I didn't actually know that. So he said in that video there, he actually went in court and gave evidence. So he snitched, basically. He snitched on who did it. And he had to go into police hiding. So his friends are dying. He's already cooperated with the police and things like that. And then he actually got stabbed for cooperating with the police. So it already looks like there's a lot going on here. Maybe that's a reason to just to stay out of it. But instead, you decide to exact your revenge. Now, who am I to say you shouldn't do that? If someone got you down years ago, or someone got your friends down years ago, it becomes personal. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he's the worst kind of person in the world for doing this. If something happened to him, I get it. However, the point I'm trying to make is you had ample chances to leave the roads. This to me just looks like someone who wants to prove themselves. You got friends that are dying. You know, you're already cooperating with the police. So why not just leave? To me, it just looks like he had a point to prove and he's wasted 14 years of his life now. You're an idiot, bro. You snitched on yourself as well. Like, why would you, if you're gonna stab someone twice in the chest, at least give yourself the best possible chance to get away with it, mate, by not doing a rap about it. Anyway, now, just before I end the video, I really wanna talk about the other side, and that's the victim side. Now, I was under the impression that he was purely a civilian. And I actually created a video about this a few weeks ago. In fact, I did it at the end of 2020 or in January. Basically, last month or 2 months ago, I recorded a video on this already. And I went in on M Dot. I went in on him, absolutely cussing him to Ross, literally. But as I'm uploading it now, I'm asking around a bit more, asking a few people who know a few things. And people are telling me that he weren't innocent. But where the victim's family came out and released the GoFund Me page, and they said that he was purely a civilian, he had no involvement in this and this, it created a narrative where it looked like M Dot, a gang member, had literally just stabbed a random person in mistaken identity. Now, it's come to light, this was not mistaken identity. Okay, and that's what I'm glad I waited, because I could have easily mugged myself off there, dropping a video, cussing this guy out. Well, I'm still gonna cuss him out anyway. He's flipping, stabbing people in the chest twice and rapping about it. You deserve to be in jail, bro. But the point is, I really went in on him in the first video because I thought this was just a random attack, mistaken identity. Clearly, he didn't even know the victim that much. So what were you doing? Do you know what I'm saying? But I think I'm wrong now, and I think a lot of people are wrong. And I think this is where the danger lies, you know. At what point do we purely blame the person who did it and share some of the blame with the victim? Now, again, I'm literally saying this. I've said it before. No one deserves anything, but when it comes to gang affiliation, gang members, civilians, street code, all this random stuff, you have to take an element of responsibility. If I'm in the streets and I'm dealing drugs or I'm gangbanging, I'm banging for a block, I understand the possibilities that come with that. It's usually death or jail. Do you understand? So while no one deserves to get stabbed or shot or anything, when you sign up to a certain lifestyle, you sign a contract. Do you understand? You know what you're getting yourself in for. I'm not saying his family shouldn't have done a GoFundMe page to help support him, things like that. That's all fine. But don't lie though, because that gives people a wrong, like people who donated, for instance, they might have donated purely, a lot of them would have donated purely off the basis that it was a pure random attack, pure random victim. If he's part of a rival gang, the same rival gang historically that took away M Dot's friends, the same rival gang that actually stabbed M Dot for snitching on them, clearly there's a bit more of a personal relationship there. But either way, yeah, you lot involved in the streets, I beg. Listen, don't get me wrong, I listen to drill every single day. It's one of my favourite genres. I love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. But you lot that are rapping drill and doing this and this, and you're involved in the streets, I beg you just be more creative with your bars. Because when you say, he should have died, but he came through fighting, I put A in the A&E or something like that, you're being very specific. Do you understand? I put A in the A&E. He should have died, but he pulled through fighting. Why you gotta be so damn specific? Actually, in fact, before I end, let me end on this. He's lucky he didn't get attempted murder, you know. He got GBH with intent. I think he got lucky with that. I mean, he didn't get lucky with a sentence. 10 years minimum is a lot. But deep it. Deep the lyric he said, his own lyrics. He should have died, but he pulled through fighting. He's lucky with lyrics like that. He's lucky he didn't get attempted murder. That's all I'm saying. But either way, you're an idiot. Good luck for the next 10 years. Hopefully you reflect, and when you come out, you change up, you change your path a little piece. I really hope the victim, pulls through here, because this is madness. Well, actually, he's not going to pull through. He's had permanent brain damage, but I really hope that he can get the family can get a sense of normality or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on both sides, because as I said, no one deserves any of this. Trust me. But it's a difference if someone's a civilian versus a gang member. My dog's barking, so love, seriously,